Alrighty guys, so we just got the Three Houses DLC quote-unquote leak or whatever it is earlier this morning, and man, oh man, is there some juicy stuff in here. I'll leave a link in the description to the full list of things since I'm not going to cover it all in this video. What I am going to cover though is the new classes 4 point right there as part of the Wave 4 DLC. Now you all know how invested I am in classes and reviewing them based on my recent masterclasses video, and man am I excited about this. So I wanted to theory craft a bit about what these classes might be and how they could be constructed and how I think intelligent systems should handle them, because I have strong opinions on this. Anyways, let's start off with the unanimous call for a proper sword exclusive masterclass. I'm sure you guys already know my opinion on the Mortal Savant class, but in this situation, that hybrid is all fine and dandy if you give me a proper route into a sword masterclass with 6 movement. Give me a physical sword masterclass for the hero, swordmaster, and assassin lines to upgrade into if I so desire. This could literally be anything from like Trueblade, Vanguard, or Whisper as classes we see in Radiant Dawn. Just give me one of them, any of them, or something like Dreadfighter as well from Shadows of Valentia. I'd imagine growths here to round out to be like a mix of the 3 offenses from the sword classes and condense into something like 10% strength, dexterity, and speed growths, with a 30% HP, a 5% defense, and something like a -5 in res to really round that out there. In terms of skills, I'm not going to be wasting time talking too much about generic class-specific skills, since we all know it's going to be a form of affair or blow skills or something like that, but let's talk about mastery skills, since those have the potential to be really good, like quick riposte, for example. What I'd really love to see is some crazy unique skills, something like, critical healing, for example, which could be a skill that rewards units who crit by giving a 5 to 10% heal based on damage dealt, but only during crits. I think that would be a cool master exclusive kind of skill for sword units, but y'all probably gonna think it's broken. Let me know what you think in the comments and what kind of skills you'd want to see either on this class or any of the next ones I'm going to pitch. The next class that we really need to address is the lack of a proper steel curtain of an armored masterclass. Right now, their natural progression is to hop on a horse, but to be honest, I miss my walking slabs of armor like the Marshal class in Radiant Dawn or the usual Game Boy Advance generals with their flashy animations. So that's exactly what I'm proposing, a 5 movement armored class that is literally called Marshal, or General. This class could have, a 40% HP growth, 10% strength, -5% dexterity, and -15% speed, because that makes sense. And then maybe 25% defense and 10% res. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're probably like, usually armored classes aren't known for good resistance, but Fortress Knight actually doesn't have any negative resistance growths in this game. So why not just beef them up some more in exchange for the bad movement? And now for the fun part. Let's bring back Great Shield. Though, in this case, I'd rather it be a percent-based chance that triggers off your defense or your res based on what you're fighting. So, let's say the chance of it activating is like 5 to 10% of your current defense or resistance based on what's attacking you. That's not too broken, right? Okay. Moving swiftly onwards, I know a ton of you want to watch Hilda rip the earth in half with her fists. So, I'm going to give it to you. War Mistress. Simple, easy. Complete ripoff of the male War Master class in terms of growths, because those are already great and they don't need to be changed. But let's mix things up a bit and give it a nice ability too. Since Quick Riposte has a Wary Fighter effect on enemy phase and also gives you the ability to double if you're above 50% HP, let's take that same effect, but instead have it apply on player phase. I don't know if this is less or more busted since you'll have less opportunities to use it, but in the player's hands, it can definitely be very, very effective. On this day, I dubbed the Swift Riposte. Does this also mean we can get 8 hits? I don't know. I'll leave that for the comment section to decide. So yeah, there you go. Now we have a female-only punching class because War Master was an inherently Cut! What? What did I say wrong that time? I nailed that line. No link. No more gender-based references. The viewers didn't like that last time, and no one understood the joke. Your sarcasm sounds too serious, and your sense of humor sucks. The producer said next time you do that, they're canceling your Nintendo Switch Online subscription. No No, please. They're gonna add new online features in the DLC too. Fine, I'll just move to the next class. Sorry about that. Now that the interruptions are aside, let's move on to some mage classes. All I really want here is a raw power infantry-based mage class. Grimoire is nice utility having double the uses, but why not give the guys an infantry mage class to move up into as well? But instead, let's switch things around a bit, and instead of double the magic uses, let's just give them somewhat of a parallel and give them all the fares instead. In terms of growths, I have no problem with it being identical to Grimoire, even though I'd love to see a speedy mage endgame class, but this kinda makes more sense to just have a more nuclear unit. And you know what? I'm gonna be nice and just have this Arcsage class be accessible to everyone. Let's get rid of the gender lock here. And you know, if they wanna patch in Grimoire for dudes too, that'd be cool. Just saying, if you're listening IS, you know, hire me too while you're at it. In terms of mastery skill here, I want to give them something called the Master Magician skill. And I want this completely to remove the weight of tomes for anyone who equips it. If they're not going to get double uses, and they're not going to get a speedy mage class, why don't we just remove the weight from their tomes entirely? I think this is kind of fair-ish for a mastery skill for a master class. It's not too strong, and it lets you double more frequently. Although, if paired with Grimoire, this could get a little, yeah, you know, I'm not going to finish that thought. I'm just going to, yeah, let's not go down that road. You guys let me know what you think of that. So, that basically fills up the 4 classes that we might see, but I do have a few more that I'd also love to see. I won't go too in-depth with this, but I'll list off a few more categories that, you know, could do with a little bit more love. Sentinel. This can literally be a copy of the class from Radiant Dawn and give us a sense of progression for infantry lances. Gold Knight. Pure physical cavalry units kind of need an endgame class too, and what better one than to just let them have the same movement with some better growths and a skill upgrade. As cavalry saturated as master classes are right now, I do think it isn't a bad idea, since I had no idea where to take my paladins down in terms of master class, and they kind of just get stuck in advanced. Marksman. Infantry bow class. Give it the same +2 that Bow Knight gets, but let its mastery skill be an equipable bow range +1 as well. I know equipable ones are kinda dangerous since you can carry it over to Bow Knight or any other class really, but I still think it's not a terrible idea. Saint. We really don't have a great pure healing master class. This would nicely fill out that slot in the roster with a boost to healing potency and increasing white magic uses as well. It's pretty basic, really. I'm surprised that we never got this one. Alright guys, before I end this video, I want to announce that I will be giving away 3 copies of the 3 Houses DLC, and the reveal is going to be made in the next video that I'm releasing hopefully tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. And let me know in the comments below what you thought of this video, and as usual, leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video and want to see more similar content in the future. Hope you all have a great day, or night depending on where you are in the world, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace.